Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and I lost about $300 in Eve yesterday, and damn, I liked it. I mean, come on, I've lost money in a lot of things, and this has got to be the biggest loss I've had in Eve. And if you don't know much about Eve, the items in game do have a real world value equivalent. You can't sell them for real money, but they if you were to buy what's called Plex and cash it in the game, sell it to another player for ISK, then it converts that into a value. And so yesterday, it was a great day. I was having a good time. I was out just doing my thing and running my ship, and I took what turned out to be a gank contract. And I didn't trust my gut. I thought, you know what? My aquator here, which is this ship right here. I'm like, I'm able to get through everything. I've got, a good fit on it and stuff, and it what could go wrong? Well, what happened was I took a couple of trips, and here was one of them that had a 5 billion collateral, and this other one that had an 8 billion collateral. So that's about 13 billion right there. And I thought, I can run that, and I'll get that there, no problem. And so I accepted it, but I accepted it right when I was ready to leave. I had everything all ready. I put it in my cargo hold, and I took off. I made it through, I think it was, that goes through Narja on this route. And I did get alpha'd there, but they were not strong enough to take me out. And I thought, home free. That was their shot. They probably thought that I was going to be a T1 industrial and going to be able to Instapot me on a gate. Well, as it turns out, they were a lot more organized than that. They had basically, I got down to another gate. And when I went through the gate, I really wish I had this on video. When I went through the gate, I realized that there were a lot of ships there waiting for me. When I saw all the flashy orange and all of these thrashers out here, there was between 40 and 50 thrashers there, by the way. When I saw that, oh man, I'm fucked. I knew they were there for me. And sure enough, as soon as I decloaked, I was already aligning, and I had fired off my micro jump, which is a module on the ship that allows me to jump about 100 kilometers in one shot. And I was ready to hit my cloak whenever I did that. And I didn't align to the other gate that I was going to fly to. What I did was I aligned to an area of space where there was none of their ships at, because they were kind of in a sphere around the area. Well, they got me anyway. They actually shut down my micro jump because I had a ton of these guys on me all at the same time. You can see here these guys keeping me from jumping. They got my warp disruptor. So anyway, and a web and everything. So they stopped me from jumping, or I did jump, and they still had point on me. So anyway, they did a very good job of capturing me. Now, the stuff that was in here, I should have known whenever I accepted the contracts, it was worth less than $1 billion altogether. And so I knew that it was probably a gank contract, and I just it's fine. I can get through. I've been able to get through everything. This is high sec and everything. But I was wrong on that, and they got me. Not only did they get my ship, which, it says here that this is worth $1 billion right here. These total worths here are not always accurate. So, it was 13 billion plus, nearly $1 billion on the ship. Actually, it's probably about half $1 billion. And then they also decided to take out my pod, which is very rare in HiSec. But they did, and they got lucky. It says 1.3 billion in implants, but that's just not correct. It was a lot more than that. And when I bought all of these implants, which I've had these implants forever, I don't know if I've ever been potted before in this character. It might be the only time where it's been more than a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. And so all of these added together, I remember thinking that it was between 3 and 4 billion, and I hope nobody ever pods me. So, but they got me anyway. So that was my biggest loss yet. Good job to those guys that got me. That was quite a surprise. And next time, so what's the lessons learned from this? Well, one is that if you're going to take something that you know is a gank contract, and you look at what's inside and you say the value is so far off of what the collateral is so much higher than what the value of the items are, then it is that's your indication that's a gank contract. What I could have done, couple of things. One is that essentially I could have used a scout. If I had used a scout, I would have seen them. There were so many of them, so many of these guys there, that I would have known that there was a problem, and I would have not gone through. So that's one thing I could have done. The other thing is that the best time to run really hazardous freight is right at server up. I could have waited until server up and just run the freight right then. I'd have delivered, I'd have gotten my money, I'd have been happy, and they would have been like, what the fuck, man? The guy didn't even bite. He didn't do it. So, but, and then there is, I could have taken an alter route maybe. I don't know if Odin, which is where I was, whether or not that's a pinch point or whether or not there's another route that I could have taken. That might be a pinch point to the destination. But maybe I could have taken another route. Maybe I could have just gone through low-sec. There is always other routes available. And, if I was really worried about it, could have used a jump freighter. So jump freighter is the safest transportation there is, but it's costly to use since it takes fuel. So anyway, that's that. Good job, guys. You got me for, I don't know, a little less than 20 billion. And that is the biggest loss I've taken in game so far. So, but that was fun. That's why I play Eve. There's risk in it. If there was no risk, I don't know that I'd still be playing. So, anyway, that's it. Take care, everybody.